We knew that there was a lot of these culverts out there, so we did an inventory. We walked all of the Western Olympic Peninsula County roads and we measured every culvert. From that, we decided we needed to have multiple databases compiled into one. And that's kind of where the Cold Water Connection campaign was born. The Cold Water Connection campaign is really aiming to correct and restore fish passage and fish migration to some of the highest priority barriers on the Olympic Peninsula. This is a partnership between Wild Salmon Center, Coast Salmon Partnership, and Trout Unlimited. Our team is collaborating closely with coastal treaty tribes, landowners like Olympic National Forest, other agencies, and stakeholders. So it's really exciting right now. The Cold Water Connection campaign really got going in 2020. Our goal is over that decade between 2020 and 2030 to replace 91 culverts with our partners to open up 125 miles of really quality habitat. Some of this stuff is already done. We have multiple sites in the pipeline and we have identified all the sites that we need to do to reach those goals. Everybody's here, everybody's working, and we're really getting it done.
You often think of fish passage, big, large dam projects, but we have these 1,000 mini dams, right?
I love it, yeah.
Trout Unlimited, Wild Salmon Center, Coast Salmon Partnership had this vision. The Olympic Peninsula was the place to put our time, to put our energy into opening up cold, clean water streams so salmon and steelhead get home again.
So what we're doing with the Cold Water Connection campaign and all of these barriers is, as we correct them, we are taking out a dam one at a time.
Some of the successes of this program has been thanks to and because of investment in the startup work. We got a substantial investment made by the Open Rivers Fund, which came through Resource Legacy Fund, supported by the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation. That allowed us to really get the strategy and the prioritization tool developed to do the initial field verification. Yeah, we got really techie with the prioritization tool. We used GIS information to narrow that down to the most important sites to get out and start assessing for projects. So we end up with this web map that shows the results of the prioritization tool. The big pink and purple dots are the sites that have the most benefit for fish.
We have this culvert inventory data. We have models that will show you what streams are going to dry up and what streams are going to have warm temperatures. And so we use those models to actually point us to a tier 1 project, basically a high priority project, such as Quandary Creek, where we're going to take I think it's a 4-foot culvert and replace it with a 25-foot span bridge. Those fish will be able to navigate and migrate and not even know that they're in a bridge or underneath a bridge. Each one of these culvert projects, we've come across barriers. It could be landowner willingness, it could be the cost of the materials, it could be the different requirements of a grant. And so it's so nice to be able to reach out to partners like TU. We could compare notes. What worked well for you at Wising Creek might be really good tips and tricks for me here at Quandary Creek. And this couldn't be done with just one person or one group of people. It requires people like Trout Unlimited and Wild Salmon Center to step up to the table and say, together we can do this with the Coast Salmon Partnership, with the tribes, with the county, with Washington Department of Transportation. Together we can open up the 125 miles of habitat.
I think it's also cool that on the Western Olympic Peninsula, the workforce in general was based on commercial and tribal fisheries, but also working in the woods with the timber industry. And there's a lot of folks out there that have real talent. It's cool to see them coming into the field of restoration and really applying their skills and their talents.
You're right, and I've seen how when we get jobs bidded out and people to work on them, you see the hotel businesses profit from that. You see our grocery store profit from that. You see local people getting hired. And we're at a crucial time right now where there's a lot of money through the infrastructure investment where we could request that money through grants and get it into our economy and to invest it into our infrastructure. In November of 21, we saw that huge flood event that wiped out multiple roads and people were landlocked here in Forks. And so our goal is to get that money into our community and get these culverts to better infrastructure for fish, but then also for people.
I'll just say I think it's really exciting that we're here now at Quandary Creek, one of many sites and we have these incredible federal infrastructure investments upon us, and we can take advantage of those. It's go time.